This next story is something that I want to share with you guys because it displays how resilient some humans are, how much of a fighter this particular person is, and it just inspired me, so I wanted to share his story. Now, a 38-year-old man from Michigan was diagnosed with a rare type of cancer. It's known as synovial sarcoma. And essentially, it is a soft tissue cancer that started developing on his face. He started noticing a deep pain in his jaw. It got so unbearable that he finally went to the doctor, and then they told him what his condition was. Now, Tim McGrath is his name, and I want to share the first two pictures with you because you get a sense that, he was obviously a very good-looking guy, someone who took care of his physical appearance, obviously cared about his physical appearance to some extent. And so, the condition that he was diagnosed with left him severely, deformed. He had a facial deformity because a tumor grew on the side of his face that was the size of a softball. So the next series of photos that we're gonna show you guys are graphic, and I wanna warn you because they're difficult to look at, but if you can handle it, let's take a look at the next picture. And it shows you what the tumor looked like. So he had to go in for a surgery and have it removed. But the surgery left him, very badly deformed. And the next photo is extremely graphic, so warning there. And that's what he looks like.
That's amazing, man.
Yeah, it's just.
And he fights.
And he fights, and that's really the reason why I wanted to share this story because we get caught up in our day-to-day nonsense, our day-to-day drama. We all have our obstacles in life, but here's a guy who dealt with something so serious, life-threatening, obviously something that takes away something that he took some pride in. And he's like, I'm not giving up. So here's what he said about it. There were so many times when I wanted to give up, and at times it was difficult to find the strength to carry on. But he did carry on. So he had a 30-hour surgery to remove that tumor. He spent 7 weeks in the hospital recovering. And doctors tried to reconstruct his face, but his body kept rejecting it, right? Finally, he comes across a plastic surgeon who decided to do some skin grafts, like using his own skin in order to reconstruct his face. And he's starting to look and feel a little better. I mean, he still has a long way to go, but he created a foundation in order to, share his story, raise awareness about this, and just inspire others, empower others. And I have so much love for this guy. I mean, I have so much respect for people who keep fighting when life has dealt them such a terrible blow.
Yeah, and he persisted.
Yeah.
I mean, we celebrate persistence sometimes on a political level. I mean, this is on a personal level that's amazing. And look, part of my takeaway from this is you think you had a bad day, right? And some folks have a disastrous day. And they didn't do anything to deserve it, it just happened to them. They caught a bad break. And life is full of good breaks and bad breaks. And if you haven't caught a break this bad, count your lucky stars and don't get too weighed down by whatever thing happened to you in your life. It could be a lot worse. And if you did catch a really bad break, you're not alone, and you too can persist, and you too can make it. And obviously, always stronger together. So whether it's family, friends, or community, help one another to get to a better place. And I think that Tim McGrath is a great example of that. If you like this clip of the Young Turks, there's a whole live 2-hour show, 6 to 8 p.m. Eastern every day. And you can download it or stream it and watch it without ads if you become a member. tytnetwork.com/join.